The Diary of Samuel Pepys, 7th of February, 1660. In the morning I went early to give Mr. Hawley notice of my being forced to go into London. But he, having also business, we left our office business to Mr. Spicer, and he and I walked as far as the Temple, where I altered a little, and then went to Paul's school. But it being too soon, went and drank my morning draught with my cousin Tom Pepys, the turner, and saw his house and shop. Thence to school, where he that made the speech for the seventh form in praise of the founder did show a book which Mr. Crumlum had lately got, which is believed to be of the founder's own writing. After all the speeches, in which my brother John came off as well as any of the rest, I went straight home and dined. Then to the hall, where in the palace I saw amongst soldiers abuse Billing and all the Quakers that were at a meeting place there. And indeed the soldiers did use them very roughly, and were to blame. So after drinking with Mr. Spicer, who had received £600 from me this morning, I went to Captain Stone, and with him by coach to the Temple Gardens, all the way talking of the disease of the stone, where we met Mr. Squibb, but would do nothing till tomorrow morning. Thence back on foot home, where I found a letter from my lord in character, which I construed, and after my wife had shown me some ribbon and shoes that she had taken out of a box of Mr. Montague's, which formerly Mr. Kipps had left here when his master was at sea, I went to Mr. Crewe, and advised with him about it, it being concerning my lord's coming up to town, which he desires, upon my advice, the last week in my letter. Thence calling upon Mrs. Ann, I went home, and wrote in character to my lord in answer to his letter. This day Mr. Crewe told me Lord St. John is for a free parliament, and that he is very great with Monk, who hath now the absolute command and power to do anything that he hath a mind to do. Mr. Moore told me of a picture hung up at the Exchange of a great pair of buttocks shooting of a turd into Lawson's mouth, and over it was wrote, "The thanks of the house." Boys do now cry, "Kiss my parliament," instead of "kiss my arse." So great and general a contempt is the rump come to among all the good and bad.